Magon again, and I'm gonna wake you up on some things in this video. A lot of things that I break down already and show you is coming to life, but I'm gonna show you some things with this supposedly unbank that they show you right there. Now, they want everybody to have a bank account basically because all the things that's going on now in the new world, you basically have to have a bank account, just like with your supposedly, cryptocurrency. With all those supposedly cryptocurrency that drop and are supposed to be fall and rob the masses is because of the bank account. If you never have a bank account, there's no way you could even do investment. You understand? So the cryptocurrency basically owned by all the banks all connected worldwide. They're the one who come up with the cryptocurrency to rob the damn people. You understand? There's no way those transactions could happen without a bank. We go get into this and show you why they want everybody to have a bank account in the new world order. Make it run.
It is not well known, but about 4.5% of U.S. households are unbanked, meaning no one in the house has a checking or a savings account.
Listen.
The rate declined during the pandemic, in part because people opened accounts to receive government stimulus funds.
You hear that, people? I already break that down and show you. Talk about it in my podcast a lot of times, like the government trick you with that supposed be stimulus for the most part. They talk about direct deposit because they want everybody to go get an account so they can basically be in the new world order. That's what you need to understand. All those virtual reality and people buying things in the virtual world, what you think they have to use? They have to use credit cards. Pay attention. You have to have a banking system going on to involve in these new world order. And that's why they're putting it out to the masses like you're going to be behind if you don't own a bank account. Pay attention. This is how the government going to have a control of the masses with their money. Pay attention. And remember, the US dollar's gone crypto already. The US currency is now cryptocurrency. So wake your ass up. Everybody got to have a bank account in these times. Wake up.
But disparities between the banked and the unbanked persist. Our economics correspondent, Paul Solomon, has a story.
Listen, pay attention.
Lord, we praise you and thank you for this food.
And of course they did.
At home with his wife in South Memphis, Donald Jenkins.
Amen.
Amen.
So grateful he no longer lives on the edge. For years a drug addict who couldn't hold a job, his petty cash kept close to the vest.
Always gotta show you these characters acting like they're going through real shit in life to get the masses to bend. Pay attention here.
And my money in my pocket.
You hear that?
Wasn't it dangerous to have it in your pocket?
Yes.
Why would it be dangerous to have your money in your pocket supposedly? If you have enough money that can hold in your pocket, why you can't have your money in your pocket? Huh? This is dumb shit for the masses. It's dangerous. Pay attention here.
That's a very dangerous spot.
Very dangerous spot. And take a look at this right here. This one holding the devil horns right there. That's what they do. Every time you see them on TV, signs and symbols, that's what they do. Evil people and the masses.
Hell, we got robbed a few times.
Got robbed a few times.
Warehouse clerk
Orange Jack
Paula Jones
Freemasonry.
used to stash her cash in a
Listen.
can.
We
Now
was
what?
taught, like, you keep your money at home. It
You
was like,
stash your money in a can. How much money is it? It's not too much money if you can hold in your pocket and hold in a can. You got it? Pay attention here.
don't deal with banks.
Don't deal with banks,
Jones
but
was
pay attention.
unbanked. No
Unbanked.
bank account, as are 6 million U.S. households.
Of course you know.
Black
Holding.
households unbanked at more than 5 times the rate of white ones.
You hear that? Bam. And of course they have to bring up color, race. They have to bring that in. Everything in the world. They talk about the COVID and all that. Oh, black people more gonna have the COVID. Every fucking thing in the world. Everything in the world. They want to get the black people involved in this banking. They just tell you that white people have more banks than involved in banks more than you. They're banking more than you as black, so you need to get in it. I already told you the one world order is in full effect and the masses is moving to the beat. That's what you need to understand. All of them gonna get caught up for the most part.
The distrust of financial institutions
Freemason bricks.
since
Listen.
down through history.
Credit counselor Charleston Harris works at
Just a
Southern
faker.
Bancorp in predominantly black Clarksdale, Mississippi.
You hear that?
Because of
It
redlining.
don't matter, people. It don't matter whether they're black or white. They're here to fucking rob the masses. What you can get, you're gonna be tricked by color in 2023. You better wake your dumb ass up,
different
people.
discrimination policies that were happening in the banking industry at that time.
Listen.
There were not a lot of opportunities to really engage with a financial institution.
Really?
Redlining.
They want everybody in the banking. What you can't understand, and for the most part, that's how they get a lot of people involved in these things, by telling them they was excluded from it. You don't get it, people. Pay attention.
Neighborhoods highlighted on maps in red as too hazardous for mortgage lending as far back as early last century. Most of them black. Stoking distrust still evident in Memphis, where 45% of black residents remain or underbanked.
You hear that? On or underbanked. There's nothing good about banking. Period. You got to understand, now your money is in somebody else's hand. The bank can take a hit tomorrow and they tell you your money got a hit also. Do you got it? They could tell you something went down with the bank and a percentage of your money just gone. That's just how it is. So by people sitting there and say, oh, I don't get no privilege to bank, you're dumb. You're dumb as a rock. You're better off without that shit.
Try to apply for different things. Always getting turned down. Those are like bank accounts, credit scores, all these. But then you have somebody that can come up and just probably in the same situation, they can just walk in and get them.
You hear that? That's how they want to tell the masses that life is going on in America right here. This is how they want you to believe that life is happening. Yes, a white person could have no credit or bad credit and they get finance, and not you with the same situation. That's how they tell the masses in America, because they play dumb. You believe that? You believe that when they're running somebody credit, they check the white and black, and if they're white, they can get credit regardless of their credit status? But the black people can't? Black people can't do that? I already told you, the world full of shit, people. All they do is brainwashing the masses, divide and conquer. That's all they do.
You know, get a house, buy a house.
Donald Jenkins balked at even entering a bank.
You know, I just couldn't trust nobody,
Listen,
you know.
listen,
And then
it's dumb shit,
the
people.
racial thing, you
The
know.
racial thing.
Because these are
Listen.
they're white people.
The white people listen and they're laughing. It's dumb shit, people. Why you buying these things? It's dumb shit. 100% brainwash for the dumb masses. I told you already. This is how they let a lot of black people involved in these things. They make it look like they exclude you from it as black person or black people, but they lie. Most of those things black people didn't want to participate in, but they tell the new generation it's not that. It's because we didn't want them, and now we change. Now we bringing it in, and come on in, everybody. You think they don't want the black people to be tricked by the banking system? You think they don't want the black people to be controlled by the banking system like everybody else? You better wake your ass up, people.
Mostly, you know, when you go in.
Dumb shit.
But they switching it around now. It's different now.
It's different
Even
now.
so, says
Black and
Steve
white
Nash
flag.
of nonprofit Advance
Of
Memphis.
course,
The
Steve Nash.
anxiety
And take a look at the symbol right there. 3 pyramids, also the sun ray and the Freemason bricks. Wake your ass up, people.
Redlining, I think, has been a big impact on the community as far as trust with the bank.
But
And
trust with
it's
the bank.
well
You can't trust no banks. People, you can't. I already told you that's how they control the dumb people on earth with banking and money. It's the same fucking people own them. You got to understand, they act like bank is random. What did I tell you? All of the 6 connect to the bank. All the bitcoins, all these cryptocurrency connect to the bank. 100% in.
when, you know, an institution says, no, we're not going to service you, that's a big deal. That today we're
It's a
still
lie, people.
having to unpack and put
It's a
back
lie.
together.
In Mississippi, where the
They're
unbanked rate
always gonna point the eye to Mississippi. They use it to run a lot of psyop on the masses for the divide and conquer. You better wake up on it.
11%, the highest in the country. Credit counselor Harris says there are other reasons people don't have bank accounts.
The
What is
larger
it?
banks like
All
US
of them is the same, people. All of them. Like I say, this bank might be there and then tomorrow it disappear. And then you see a Chase pop up in that same location. What you can understand, people. Anywhere you at in this world, you can see this happening. One bank change over to the next. Why? They all the same, fooling the dumb people with no brain.
Wells Fargo,
Wells Fargo,
those
look,
types
all of them.
banks are actually leaving the smaller communities, and in the case in the Delta, you really don't have
Delta is
banking opportunities. They've closed down.
That's a good thing, people. If the bank closed down, it's a good thing. If they're not around, it's good. That means they won't be there to dip in your damn pocket, find a way to rob you. You understand me? Wake your ass up on it.
Unprofitable bank branches closed in a number of rural communities. Southern Bancorp, a community development financial institution, or CDFI, became the only option.
We're more mission-driven than we are profit-driven.
But even where communities do have a bank, barriers persist.
Barriers, people.
Wasn't making enough money
Watch
to
this.
deal with a bank.
It wasn't making enough money to deal with a bank. What a dumb shit on the masses, people. Why is they so dumb? It's because they want to dumb you down, make your brain turn soup? Exactly. All of these people is fakers. 100% in. Why you think they're on TV? To brainwash you on that fucking
Clarksdale
box.
resident Elizabeth Johnson recently opened an account at Southern. More than a
And
third
of
of the
course,
unbanked
they
say
dare people to watch her open an account and record it for TV, and you believe it.
they don't have enough money to meet minimum balance requirements.
Wow.
Johnson had been among
So
them.
you don't open that account. They have many different accounts that you can basically open. Why go for the one with the supposedly, you need a certain amount of balance to stay in the bank? What a dumb shit for the masses. And you don't have to join that bank. Wow.
Was
What a
paid
dumb
by her
shit.
employer on a reloadable debit card.
All dumb
If you
shit.
getting your check on the card, what you gonna deal with the bank for?
Wow.
I mean, you just want your check.
Like many here,
If you get a Social Security check, something like that, they go to the liquor store or to the furniture store, and that's how they cash their check.
Here's your credit report.
but Johnson came to Southern
credit
for
report.
credit counseling.
I already told you people that credit shit is bullshit. 100% bullshit they give to the masses. And I told the masses before, man, if you can avoid finance anything in this fucking world, just don't do it. It trap you. It put you in a so-called situation that's not really good for the supposed consumer. It's only them gonna benefit. Remember, we talk about the bank so-called take a hit because they give out faulty loans, give people loans that can't pay back for houses. We're talking about houses here. And they said the bank go bankrupt because of that. What kind of dumb shit is that, people? And you sit there at home, watch it on TV, and you believe it. You don't understand what's going on. That you have to pay down on a house and you have to pay the damn mortgage. So when you pay the mortgage for a few years or so, and then you can't pay it no more, what happened? You get a faulty loan, so what the bank do? Take that house back. They don't give you the money that you pay before. They don't give you back the down payment. They don't give you back the mortgage that you pay. Oh, the fuck the bank lose. They got the house now, and they still got your money in their hands. Now they can sell that house for any money, even twice the amount that you supposedly buy it for. So how the bank lose? It's nothing but bullshit. The bank is there to control and rob the dumb people on earth. That's why they're there. That's why they're there.
Sometimes it
Nothing
can be
else.
a long journey, and so it's not an overnight fix.
Johnson wants to improve her
But
credit. so
Johnson is
she
33 in numerology. That's why they show you them on TV and call them Johnson. It's nothing but
buy a
coding.
little land.
I was raised in the country, and I just want to go back. I want to go back and live the rest of my life in the country.
Start with those points.
Bad credit or no
Listen.
credit history at all stymies bank loans, makes the poor even poorer as they resort to exorbitant options.
Yes, and I told you that's what it is, people. It's trained on the poorer people when they talk about credit. You got to understand that somebody rich enough to pay off their damn bills and you're poor. You can't pay, you struggle. So your credit got bad. That's how they do it. And now, if you now have a bad credit and trying to get finances, not that they won't finance you in a lot of cases. It's just they gotta get a higher interest rate. That's it. You have bad credit, yes, they're gonna finance you still, but you just have to pay more back. And that same money that they lend somebody else and they're paying less on it because it's supposed to be status of your credit. They bring that in to manipulate the damn masses. And I told you people, I sit by and watch those things implemented in the world. You know what I mean? Like money laundering. So they say, listen, before, just in case a lot of people don't know about it, before in America, right here in America, you could have buy anything for any price without having the IRS and the government on your ass. So then they decided that they was going to change it up to bring in finance. Do you understand that? So they come in with money laundering, mean that you can't go buy a house for cash. You walk in there with cash? Oh, no. You can't bring no cash in here, so therefore, you might have to have a bank right there. You see how the banking system come in? And the finance? Because you have a live cash in your home, put down in a box, and you say, you know what, I want to go buy a car. You have the money to buy the car. Say, for instance, the car is $20,000. You take up that $20,000 and bring it to the dealer. Before you know it, the IRS on your ass. Because you're not supposed to have that much money in cash. Do you see what I'm saying? So now they make it like, okay, now you can finance. Don't bring no cash. We will put front the cash for you and you pay back in small amount monthly. You see that? That's how they bring the finance. So now they can hit you with interest rates according to your supposedly credit score. 100% government design shit to keep the masses in a box. Keep poor people where they at poor and keep the rich people rich. That's what they do.
A title lender here, payday advance, place
And all of these shit that you see, payday advance, all of these shits, title, payday advance. I already told you people, these are all basically what they call them, you would say, loan sharks. All of these places that supposedly lend you money fast. Yeah, so you can get them back the big interest. You got it? They lend you $500 and they charge you basically $100 a month for basically 10, 12 months. You understand what I'm saying? They charge you basically double of what you damn borrow from them. That's loan sharks right there. And it's owned by the same government people who own the banks.
In Memphis,
Look at
they
this shit.
abound.
You have another there.
Look, that's them.
Tennessee title loans.
Oh, you think they get to be striving in there? Why? How? And they're so fucking thief. Because it's government shit. They're the only one can rob you people, just like the lottery, just like the cryptocurrency. They're the only one can rob you and get away with it.
Reverend J. Lawrence Turner, driving me on Memphis'
diamonds on the
Getwell
clothing.
Road.
This community just happens to be not only economically disadvantaged, but
They
heavily.
know, people, they know. This is how they do it. They strive off your demise. You don't get it, man. Everything. They know what's going on with the masses. These poor areas, these poor communities, all you're gonna see is title loan, payday loans, all of them fucking shit to rob the damn people. Yes, because you're desperate. It's only for desperate people. Desperate people gonna bring their title for their little car that they already paid for, bring it to these title loan places. You're not getting it back. That's what you need to know. You got your title back with Title Max. It's all a trick for the dumb masses. Most of them you're gonna sink in a hole. Remember, you was in money problem to begin with. That's why you end up bringing your title there. You think when they hit you with that high interest rate and everything, and that little loan that you take, you can pay back? You can't pay it back, or you're gonna have problem paying it back. They're gonna end up keep your car title and end up with your car.
Populated with people who are black and brown.
So
Black and
everywhere you
brown.
look, lenders charging interest rates or fees that
See?
annualized can run to 300 or 400%.
Of course,
They're
that's
literally
by
twice
design.
the number of these financial institutions.
And it's not about black or white. There's a lot of people in these situations, mix up people. It don't matter. You got to understand. And like I say, they can particularly steer these people to a community because they're stupid. Just like everybody running to Atlanta because that's a black town. Everybody running to Atlanta, and then later you'll be like, how did they end up, so much black people end up in one place? You don't understand. You follow their bullshit and that's what happened. Move.
How big a deal
Listen to this right here, people. I mentioned it before with the Robin the Hood right there. Robin Hood, that tell you they're selling stock. You can buy stock to Robin Hood without paying a fee. And what did I tell you? They opened the gate for the regular people to supposedly buy stocks. And the masses sleep. And then bam, cryptocurrency drop on the ground. Because that was a part of it. But the people sleep. You don't understand. They lower you into these things that they tell you that wasn't available to your hands before, and now Robinhood can bring it right to your face now. It's all government system they got you tied in. Another thing that you have to have a bank account to be involved in. Pay attention right here, people, or they rob the masses.
And how does this change the equation for Robinhood, given the focus, at least historically, on younger consumers? Now we're talking about retirement.
And they're talking about retirement. Like I tell you before, the 401k is a 100% government robbery they have on the masses. Did you sleep on it? Did you save some money in it? Where it's at? You want to borrow some money from the money that you save? Why they charging you a fee? Why they charging you interest rate on your own money? When you're going to get that 401k? When it going to benefit you? Who going to end up with it at the end of the day? Pay attention.
Well, Andrew, the world is changing around us. We've talked a lot about inflation and rising interest rates.
All bullshit for the dumb masses. They're the one who control that shit. Nothing really happening. No inflation is them. The inflation just coming from their fucking mouth on TV to give you a reason why you're suffering in these times.
But one of the other things that's been changing is the nature of work. You see an increasing number of people sort of avoiding the one employer tradition.
You hear that? Because it's gonna go back to the same thing like I told you. Yes, they're telling the peoples now that they're entrepreneurs. Open up LLC and all of this shit. You now own business. So of course, people, like I don't tell you, the Robinhood gonna show up right there to take some money from you and say, listen, since you don't work for an employer for, say, back then that you used to do and pay the 401k, we coming after you also. You out there doing your little thing, we also gonna bring you a 401k from Robinhood where you can actually save your money there. Just like if you have a job and you was in the workplace. You got it? So that means they sell you these LLC and these entrepreneurship, and then now they come in with the Robinhood to let you think that you're gonna save some money in a 401k. What did I tell you about it? It's not yours. Anybody with sense already know that. Nobody can challenge me on this unless they're dumb. The 401k don't really belongs to you. Remember, they're gambling, or you gambling that you're going to live long enough to take that money and live off it. And while they're storing up the pot, pies in your ass, finding more ways to kill you in these new times. You see that? Let me tell you already about death being foreign to you. It's not anymore. They make it known that death could be showing up anytime at your doorstep. Death is now out there, floating around. So therefore, the 401k is good for them. And you're going to be saving money that you're not even going to live to achieve. You can't take the money. Remember, if you die, say for instance you have a 401k going and you die, your son, your daughter, your family don't get that 401k, people. It's only for you when you retire and supposedly be qualified to get it. You can't borrow money from it because it's not yours. You do, then they charge you an interest. So that means the money wasn't yours. So what happened now when the Robinhood come in? They want everybody in on the 401k trickery. Remember, some people say, oh, wow, I used to do this right here and I didn't get a chance to get a 401k saving. Bam, Robinhood gonna save your ass right there and take your money.
Model and doing freelance work, doing gig economy work, having multiple sources of income.
They need everybody.
And with this product, we're excited to offer a retirement account that's specifically geared towards the needs of these customers. So as you mentioned earlier, it's the first and only IRA that offers a match. And with the nature of work changing, the traditional kind of employer as a safety net.
And this is another trick that the employers tell you when they're introducing this 401k to you. They claim that they're matching the money that you put in. So they give you a certain amount of money that, you know, that they have what you could put in every paycheck or whatever. And they say, you know, say for instance, they say, okay, you can put even $50, $100, $200. They say any amount you put, they're going to match it. You hear that? That's something that I listened to back in the days, and I'm like, you're gonna match it. That sound like you cooking up a soup pot for your damn self. It don't sound like you doing something for me. You're talking about you're gonna match my money. That's because it's not mine. You don't get it, people. So they're gonna give you 1%. They're gonna match every 1% a dollar you put in there. Basically, that's how they're basically selling it to you. Why Robinhood gonna save with you, and it gonna be for you? You put in a dollar, they put in a percentage of it, and then that's good. They're paying you to keep the money there. What do you think?
Model is evaporating a little bit too, and we're happy for Robinhood to kind of step in and help our customers retire.
You hear that?
And even though
they're helping you retire, people, I already told you, nobody gonna be safe. Nobody gonna escape the New World Order. They're gonna find a way to get you into that web. Even this right here, remember, they already have a lot of people branch off from jobs and thinking they can do it themselves. And then, bam, go on the social media, TikTok and them, showing you how to do the same job that you have a business with. You have a business doing hair, you have a business doing nail, you have a business doing, basic homework and them things, home fixer-upper. All of them things is now on the social media. So they trick you, they tell you have a business, but at the same time, somebody could just go on YouTube and watch your shit and know how to do it. So they're really not gonna need your service later on. You see what the new world bringing? Pay attention.
There might be less interest in investing than there was in 2020 and 2021.
Yes, because all the shit that hit the market don't fall. All of these things that the masses was investing all take a hit.
Than there was in 2020 and 2021.
Yes,
interest among retirement, particularly among Gen Z and younger people, is really high. And you have each successive generation of consumers interested in retirement at an earlier stage. Right. So
how much do you see this, Vlad, though, as how much do you see this as something for your current consumer set? And how much of this is about attracting a new consumer base?
Listen.
I think it's a little bit of both. Certainly when we...
Of course, it's a little bit of both. As you could see what represent them right there, the Robinhood people. Take a look. It's the feather from the same damn bird that they use for the Freemasonry. That's all. That's a sign right there and symbol in plain sight.
To our current consumers, we have a lot of them that are interested in retirement. It is one of the most... frequent asks that we get from our brokerage customers. Some of them have retirement accounts elsewhere. Others don't, but are interested in retirement and don't know exactly how to start. And it can be complicated. There's lots of different account types. You have to decide between a Roth and a traditional. You have to understand kind of the contributions and the tax implications of these decisions.
Yeah, that tax implication. I already told you people, that money is never gonna get to you, period. And if you do get to reap something out of it, say for instance, you live it out and you can put your hands up as a winner because you make it all the way through and can collect that money. All the taxes and everything and the fees that they're gonna take out of it, you're barely gonna get half of what you damn save. You can't escape this. It's the government. That's how they do it. They can rob the masses without repercussion.
We've always prided ourselves on not just offering great economics with the match, but making it really simple for people so that they can understand and
No. You make it simple. Not for them to supposedly understand. You make it simple for them to get in. That's it. Nobody understands shit. They're dumb as a rock. Just like they understand the damn crypto and jump in head first, right? They don't understand shit. You just come and you brainwash them and tell them some shit. That's all they know. They don't know nothing else. They only know what you tell them. They're not smart enough to think about these things. They're not smart enough to break it down. And you just sell them shit and it's easy for them to click and get in. That's all you're doing. It's not easy for them to retire no more. It's not going to be easy for them to get their money. It's just easy for them to get in with the Robinhood so they can rob them. That's it. And I told you people, be aware. Don't get caught up with this shit right here. Not saying that people not supposed to have bank account, but you can't put all your belly in it. You can't have a bank account and put all your money in it. Remember, the banking system gonna control your money, point blank, period. You have some beef with them, or they feel like you violate them in any kind of way, they just turn off your money. That's the whole plan, people. They want to hold your money via blockchain. So that means they can switch the money off at any point. You ever watch a movie and you see somebody going against the CIA or the government and they say, listen, you can't even buy a damn soda at the store. You went there, boom, bam, bam. None of his card work. They turn it off just to control him and keep him in place. It's the same kind of things they're going to be doing to the human being. Once your money is connected to this blockchain, they can control it. Turn it off, turn it down, any damn thing. They decide if you get to spend your own money. So be careful, people, in this new world. And don't try to save for our next generation coming. You understand what I'm saying? Don't be trying to say, okay, I got this money or I'm saving this money. You have to be careful or you do that. Because who gonna end up with that money that you're breaking your neck to save? Who? You have to look into those things in these times. I'll be back on. Bam.